In this video, we will look at how to compute the time complexity of multiple for loops in an algorithm which are not nested for loops. We will focus on the number of times the primitive operations are performed by an algorithm to compute the time complexity. Let us look at the pseudocode of this algorithm, sum elements AB. This algorithm has two separate for loops and these for loops are not nested. This algorithm computes the sum of elements of array A and sum of elements of array B. So we have the parameters A and B, which are the two arrays, and the parameter n, which is the size of array A and array B, and we also have the parameters sum A and sum B, which will store the sum of elements of array A and array B. Let us compute the overall time complexity of this algorithm. The first statement is variable sum A is assigned value 0, which is an assignment statement, and executes once, so it will take unit time to compute. Then the second statement is variable sum B is assigned value 0, which is also an assignment statement and executes once, so it will take unit time to compute. Then we have the for loop for I 1 to n. This will execute for n plus 1 times, and the statement inside this for loop to compute the sum of elements of array A will execute for n times. Then we have another for loop for I 1 to n that will execute for n plus 1 times, and the statement inside this for loop to compute the sum of elements of array B will execute for n times. Therefore, the step count of the entire algorithm will be 1 plus 1 plus n plus 1 plus n plus n plus 1 plus n, which is 4n plus 4. Now, the number of operations needed to execute an algorithm is represented as a runtime function f of n. So, the runtime function f of n of this algorithm is 4n plus 4, which is a linear polynomial since the degree of the leading term of this polynomial is n power 1. Now remember that this algorithm has two for loops, but they are independent and not nested for loops. Therefore, we say that this runtime function, or the time complexity of this algorithm using two for loops which are not nested, is linear.